where did that weekend go? It's Monday morning and auto assembly has been and gone in the blink of an eye. So yeah, I thought I'd just talk a little bit about the convention and show off what I bought while I was there. And so yeah, I went there on the Friday night, had a bit of a nightmare getting to Birmingham. I think there was an accident on the M5 or something, so what should have been a 1 hour-ish drive turned into 3 hours, so that was a bit stressful. And then I met up with my friend John at his place, and we got across to, well, we weren't sure where we were going to park. We ended up parking in the train station in the end, and just walking across because it was about a third of the price to park there compared to the hotel car park, I think. So yeah, we got there, I think it was about 7:45, and so the dealer hall was open but not for very long when we got there. So didn't buy anything on the Friday night. Just had a quick sort of look round to see if there's anything there to sort of make a beeline for in the morning, but didn't really have a chance to do it properly, so I didn't buy anything. So yeah, sat and watched the movie with everyone on the Friday night. That was cool. Yeah, it was really good seeing it on a bigger screen again, and sort of other people around, sort of doing all the lines and joining in with it. That's great fun. So yeah, then we went across Saturday morning. Had a little bit of a adventure before we got there. John was needing to fill up with petrol and thought he'd stick his car in the car wash, just for, because he had some meeting I think at work or something in the week, so he was just going to get his car washed while he was at it. And so we were in the car wash, and all the shutter doors came down either side, and the car wash sprayed the car with sort of soapy water, and then just stopped. And we were thinking, you know, is this normal or is it broken? So we sort of gave a minute, and then no, still nothing was happening. So we're trapped inside this car wash, and so John gets the receipt that he's with the code number on that he's used to start the car wash, phones the garage up, and sort of goes through the spiel in a very calm way, which made it all the more funny, really. And spoke to the guy and sort of confirmed that was the phone number for the garage we're at, and then sort of followed up with the line, "We believe we're trapped in your car wash. Can you come and help us, please?" So yeah, that was an interesting start to the day. Maybe it was the car wash of doom. There we go. So yeah, we made it to the hotel eventually, and sort of just picked up our no, because we picked those up on the Friday night, didn't we? So we didn't pick up our registration stuff. That's nonsense. So yeah, I started wandering around the dealers area there, and yeah, I'll just go through what I bought. I didn't buy a lot of stuff in terms of number of pieces, but what I did get was quite a few of the things I've been really looking for. Not everything, I wouldn't be able to afford everything I wanted anyway, but yeah, really happy with what I managed to get, and I only went fractionally over budget in the end, so kind of a good weekend really in terms of buying. So I'll go through things in the order that I bought them, if I can remember. I think I can remember this. Yeah. So the first thing I bought, and this was kind of like the only thing I knew I was definitely going to get, because I would have been quite simply amazed if this wasn't there from someone. But it is Generations Wheeljack, and if anyone's watched my first video, you know Wheeljack's my favourite Transformer, so I knew I was going to get that. And of course we're looking out for other Wheeljacks as well. But the second thing I got, and was something I've been looking for, like really looking for, and I hadn't seen it actually when we looked round on the Friday night. Otherwise I'd have just gone straight for this. on the Saturday morning, and that is E-Hobby Road Rage, and I've really wanted this one for a while now. Actually, I think it was since I saw Graham's video review on it. So yeah, I practically snatched that off the table and forced my money into the guy's hand without even thinking about it. There was no hesitation about that one. So yeah, so even if I'd got nothing else at this point, I'd have gone away happy. So that's made my day already at that point. And then I got. Then what did I get? I think. Yes. Following the wheeljack theme, and I didn't want to. I said in my, I think it was my first video, that I really wanted a G1 boxed wheeljack. So I was going around and I saw a few loose wheeljacks. Some were complete and some were not complete, and so I was kind of umming and ahhing whether I should get one. And I saw this next piece, and I didn't want to get it straight away, just in case I then went and walked to the next stall and saw a better one or something. But this was the only one I could find that had a box, and it's a Japanese G1 wheeljack in a box. I mean, the box is a little bit tatty, but I can live with that. The figure itself is not quite complete. He's got a little bit of paint chipping as well, but that's really to be expected on a figure this age. But he's missing his spoiler, unfortunately, and one of his missiles. The missile I'm not too fussed about, because when I get him out, I've had it. It's opened, it's not sealed or anything, so I've had it out to transform it and stuff. And so I would only put the one on him, launch on him, so he's more show accurate. But yeah, I need to find his spoiler from somewhere. But yeah, other than that, as I said in my very first video, was my holy grail. So to get that, as well as Road Rage, was absolutely fantastic. So everything was going really good at this point. And then just to kind of continue the wheeljack theme, I was sort of leafing through all the loose transforms on one of the stands, and I found it's not complete again. I'm not sure exactly what it's missing because I can't remember what it comes with, but it's Action Master Wheeljack. So I've pretty much got all my wheeljacks in one fell swoop there. So I don't know exactly what he's missing. A few of the stickers, the sticker on the front's peeled. Probably won't show up very well. The sticker on the front's peeled a bit. I can probably fix that with a bit of glue or something. But yeah, so that was nice. That was only like £7, so I thought, what the hell. And that was it for my sort of buying on the first day. I've seen a few other things that I would have quite liked to buy, but I didn't want to buy everything in the first 5 minutes and then have nothing to sort of spend for the rest of the weekend. So that was all I bought on the first day, and we sort of spent the rest of the time listening to panels and sort of the Q&A sessions with some of the guests. Really enjoyed the Regeneration 1 panel. That was fantastic listening to that. So that was the first day. Then on the Sunday, there was one thing I kind of knew I was going to get because I'd seen it, but I didn't want to buy it on the Saturday because I wanted something to look forward to, I suppose, to buy for definite on the Sunday. And so I went as soon as we got there on the Sunday morning. That was the first thing that I went and grabbed pretty much straight away, and that was the Encore reissue of Twincast with where are we? Other side, Stripes and Night Stalker. Yeah, that's an awesome little set. I was going to get that. That was probably the next thing after the Generations Wheeljack that I thought I was almost certainly going to get. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And then so that had sort of drained, between those sort of three-ish big pieces really, that had drained most of my budget by this point. So I had I think I had about 35 quid left to spend by this point, and so I kind of spent a lot of time just wandering around and seeing what I could do with the last of that money. And I didn't want to make any sort of, not impulse buys, because I might have gone and seen something better on the next stall or whatever. And it was actually, on a side note, it was quite good just wandering around quite a few times, because every time you went round you kind of saw something you didn't see on the last time round. So it wasn't like you only went round once and it was like, oh okay, oh, that's everything, I know what I'm going to get. So it was kind of cool, that. And eventually now I saw one of these on one of the stalls and was kind of umming and ahhing about it, but he wasn't complete. He was missing his helmet, and they wanted 15 quid for it. But then I walked to the next stall and they had a complete one, and it turns out it's in better condition as well than the first one I saw. The first one I saw had sort of a bit of paint wear on it. This one looks, basically, apart from some bit of sticker wear to the robot, it's basically mint condition, and I've never seen one of these in that condition before. But so I went to the next store and they had one of these, and there was no price on it, and the guy on the stall didn't know how much it was because the price tag had fallen off, so he had to call someone else from the stall over who'd gone off somewhere else. And eventually it sort of transpired it was 20 quid, so this was a fiver more than the much worse condition and non-complete one I'd just seen. So I was like, yeah, I'll take him. And that is Pretend Chain Claw, and as I said, he is in absolutely lovely condition. And the inner robot's fine as well. He's got a couple of the stickers, the corners are just peeling ever so slightly, but I can probably fix that. But other than that, he is absolutely mint. And that's it. That was 20 quid. And I've kind of wanted one of these for a while. I've looked on eBay for him occasionally, and they're either always incomplete, usually the helmet, or the peg on the interior robot where the gun fits on his back is normally broken. So this is the only one I've seen in this good nick. So yeah, I took him off their hands for 20 quid. So yeah, I had 15. That left me with 15 quid. And then we were listening to, I'd been around another couple of times after that, and then we were listening to one of the panels. I think it might have been Townsend Coleman. I can't remember. It was either Townsend Coleman or one of the sort of the IDW comic panels. Yeah. So anyway, that panel finished, and I had to go to the toilet, and then I'd sort of been umming and ahhing about this other one I'd seen. And as I came back, instead of going back and meeting John, I sort of sloped off to the side and went back to the stalls without telling him, and went and grabbed this piece. And that is Steeljaw, G1 Steeljaw cassette with the gold chrome weapons. Yeah, so that's really nice, and I've had him out, have a little transform of him, and his joints are still really tight. So he's basically, I think there's a slight paint blemish on it, on that side somewhere. It probably won't show up very well. It's about there, his little sort of mark. But other than that, he is absolutely mint. I say with the gold chrome, which is really, really nice. And so at that point, we were pretty much done at that point. I was thinking I probably wasn't going to buy any more, to be honest. I'd gone round and not really seen anything, not anything that I could afford anymore. And I didn't want to go and get more money out because I'd already spent over 300 quid by this point. So yeah, and then I was chatting to Simon Furman actually, and I got him to sign my copy of Regeneration 1, the 80.5 issue. So I got a lovely, nice personalised signature from Simon on that, and I got to tell him all about my love for Rack and Ruin and how I love the fact he's put him in Regeneration 1. And so that was pretty much it, and then there was probably a few minutes before the closing ceremonies, and I wandered past the toy food store, and I bought this because I'd seen the complete set of this earlier on the Saturday, I think it was, for 25 quid, and I kind of thought I'd quite like it, but there's probably going to be other stuff I'd like more, so I didn't buy it. But they were sort of clearing out the last few items of their stock, and they had just this guy on his own, Cybertron Fireflight. His packaging is actually opened. It was attached on one side when I got it, but when I got home I decided to get him out of the box, and promptly managed to rip off the bubble from the final side it was attached on. But that, they were selling him off just right at the end of the day for £1. So, you know, I'm not going to miss £1, so I thought, you know, sod it, I'm just going to buy that. And that was the very last thing I bought. So yeah, that was everything I got. Really happy with it. I say the G1 wheel jack and the Road Rage were, that was like two out of three of the big three I was looking for. I say the wheel jack, I need to find the spoilers from somewhere, but I'm sure I can pick them up at some point, maybe. I don't know, I'll keep my eye out for them or something. But yeah, so that was auto assembly really, and yeah, I had a really great weekend. Really enjoyed it. And then I was thinking, as we went home, as I think we were walking back to the car, back through the train station again, and I was thinking, you know, I'd quite like to go again next year, but I'm not sure if John's going to want to go, because I mean, I'm the one who's all about the buying. He was more about the, you know, the sort of the artist and things like that. And I thought maybe after he goes once, that will probably be enough to satisfy him. But then as we were walking back through the train station, he goes, you know, I quite enjoyed that. Do you? I'd quite like to go again next year. So yeah, so I think we'll be back again next year. Hopefully speak to a few more people. I didn't really get to speak to many people this year. It was mostly stragglers we picked up. Both the Saturday and the Sunday mornings, we were sort of walking through the train station and found other people who were sort of trying to get towards them. They didn't really know where they were going. It was like, come on, follow us. We know where we're going. And so we were having a little sort of a chat to those guys. The girl we met the Saturday morning, I think Fiona, I think it was. Hope you found your masterpiece Starscream you were after. I definitely saw it there, so I'm hoping you got it. So yeah, that was the weekend. Absolutely brilliant weekend. Loved every minute of it. Gutted it's over already. Hurry up next year. That's everything, I think. So bye for now.